Welcome to First Lutheran's Children's Message. Have you ever heard of the 10 Commandments? The first commandment is to put God first. The second commandment or rule is to worship only God. The third commandment is don't misuse God's name. Number 4 is rest on the seventh day and keep it holy. Number 5 is to obey your mom and dad. Number 6 is to never hurt anyone. Number 7 is to keep wedding promises. Number 8 says don't steal. Number 9 is always tell the truth. And number 10 is don't wish for other people's stuff. Those are the rules we call the 10 Commandments. Today's story is called A New Start. Let's hear what this story has to do with the 10 Commandments. God was furious. The people of Israel were behaving terribly. They built idols and worshiped them. They praised other gods. They broke God's commandments again and again. The bright gold temple that King Solomon built was filled with people worshiping other gods. A worker in the temple discovered some old scrolls. He rushed to show them to his boss. His boss raced to show them to King Josiah. Josiah couldn't believe what he read in them. "We're so far from God," he exclaimed. "We're breaking God's rules. We've got to change." God sent the prophet Zephaniah to tell the people about God's anger and sadness and about God's love. The people would be cleansed and saved. They would be God's people again. Zephaniah cleared his throat and called out, "Sing praise to God! Shout your thanks! Rejoice in God!" He reminded God's people, "You forgot about God. You built idols and worshipped other gods, not your God. You broke God's commandments. But God has given you a reason to celebrate. God forgives you. God is giving you a second chance." "You turned your back on God," Zephaniah continued. "Now turn back to God. God still loves you. God forgives you. All around the world, people will know you follow God. You are God's people." What do you think about that? Isn't it great that God gives us a second chance? Every time we close our Bible, or even if we forget about God, God welcomes us back and forgives us for breaking his rules. Let's say a prayer. Dear God, thank you for forgiving us and giving us a fresh start. Amen.